Today we're gonna start the video at nighttime so you guys can see the test light, because during the day you can't really see it. So we had an issue with this truck last night. It wasn't turning on at all, and well, there's two issues, and we were stuck out in Irvine and we had to get out there to be able to turn on the truck, because Fat Boy was over there with the truck. But he would turn the key and there was nothing coming from the starter or anything. And we already did the relay, 4-pin relay upgrade for this truck. It's an 86, so this one has the starter relay stuff going on. But so he would turn it and nothing would happen. So then I went down here and I tested this plug and it did have power. So we plugged it back in, but nothing would happen at all. So what I did was I don't know, just started wiggling this plug around in the starter, and then it was able to start. So what I'm thinking is that this little spade connector inside is pretty much loose. So we're gonna have to remove this plastic cover and just, I guess with some like little pliers, just tighten up the spade connector in there. That's one issue. The second issue was when it was able to start, the starter kept going. It was stuck. Like the power was good, it kept going. The power was making the grinding noise. I mean, the starter was making the grinding noise because there was constant power to the starter, to the signal. So then I unplugged this from the starter and I put the little test light. And yeah, there was power at that connector. There was power to that plug, constant power. It was just going and going. So I told him to back off the switch a little bit, just a tiny bit, and that turned off the power right here. So he turned it back on and it didn't do anything. It would not get stuck, and then he did it again and then it got stuck. So it's kind of like a back and forth thing. So I'm gonna have him hit the switch right now. You have the key? No, I have. So there's no power right now. Turn on my headlamp. Go. So it turned off. It got stuck? Yeah. You see there's power and then it stops. So sometimes it gets stuck completely, sometimes it just gets stuck for a little bit, and sometimes it doesn't get stuck at all. Do it again. So you see it's not getting stuck right now. So yeah, it's not getting stuck. All right, that's fine. So what we did is we went on Amazon and we ordered an ignition starter switch from China. This thing was like 13 or 15 bucks shipped. So we're gonna be replacing this, because most likely than not, this is what's giving out. This is what's getting stuck. This truck has close to 300,000 miles on it, so I think it's time to replace this. So tomorrow we're gonna go under the dash and remove the steering column cover and get to replacing this. I don't know why this foot has tape on here, but we're gonna remove the screws, I believe, from this lower pan, because we have to get to the plug back here. So there's a Phillips right here. And we're able to pull this down a little bit and, sorry, not out of the way. We're gonna unclip the rear window heater thing, whatever that's called, defroster, and this headlight, not the headlight, the dimmer switch for the lights. Now all these screws are the same, so we're just gonna put them aside, and then we're gonna get to the ones right here on this, which I think this was missing because he put tape on this. There's one. There's probably one more right here. And one right there. All those should be missing, I'm sure. So far I took these two big ones, one from up here and one from right here. Then the smaller one went there, and then he said he's been missing that other screw. So let me try to get this off with two hands. Oh, and there's one more back here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, so we got it off. We got that plastic cover off. If you look at the new one, it has one screw there, which is that one right there, and then two little screws on this white clip, which you can see right there, 1 and 2. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it with the little screwdriver or what the deal is, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna look for the smallest screwdriver I have, see if I could fit it in here to remove those little ones. I think those are the only ones that are gonna be kind of difficult to get to. So Fat Boy's over there getting the screwdriver for that. Could just pull this down a little bit and then pull the harness up and out of the way and clip it from there. I don't know what this long cable is for. It's not going to anything, so I guess I'm gonna remove it. It's like a ground. There's nothing going to it, so that's gonna get removed, and then unclip it from here and unclip it from this bigger harness. So with those unclipped, we're just gonna compare them and make sure that they're the same before we go ahead and remove everything. They look the same, and then these two the same, and we could see that right here someone had messed around with this and this spliced into it, maybe an alarm system or something. Maybe that's why the ground is there. But we're gonna go ahead and remove this screw also right here. Little screw, we're gonna set it aside separately from these other screws for the steering column cover. So what else? This slides out just like that, and we're gonna get to this two screws and then we'll remove the whole thing. So for these screws, what I did was I just basically tilt the steering column all the way up, and then I was able to get my extension with my Phillips head screw thing, and I was just able to unscrew them like this. So that one comes off like that. It's just a little pushy thing, and then I had a zip tie which I accidentally pulled and it broke. Where is it? Oh, somewhere right here. Oh, this one. So I'm just gonna put a new zip tie in, and I guess that's just to hold that little extra piece of cable to the other side of this harness right here. So I'm gonna fish the other one through, I'm gonna zip tie, and then I'll put you guys back on once everything is pretty much back together. Actually, before I put them in, I'm gonna give you guys a little side comparison of the harnesses. So these two look the same, and then these two pretty much look the same. Even the same color for the harness and everything. Yeah, it looks the same. Yeah, it looks the same. I got everything plugged in. The only difference I noticed is that this harness is probably like half an inch shorter. It's a little tighter down there. Before we put everything back on, we're gonna test it out.
The starter's not stuck, huh?
Not right now.
It starts even better, and that's I'm not even messing with that little spade connector. Yeah, even way better.
And a higher RPM.
Yeah, and honestly, it was idling really low sometimes, so we would mess with the idle air control bolt or whatever, and also we would have to wiggle around that spade connector that I showed you guys for the starter, which we're still gonna mess with because we want it nice and tight on there. But right now, this thing is starting way better than it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the steering column cover, and then we'll put you guys back on once we're in the engine bay. So in here in the engine bay, we're gonna disconnect the little signal wire to the starter, and we have to find a way to remove that little plastic. There's usually like a little tab that you push in. Pretty sure it's on the top side of that spade connector. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bend those little tabs in a little bit so it can be tighter on the male spade on the starter. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm gonna bend these in a little bit. I don't want to mess with that spade connector because this plastic is pretty old and it's brittle, so I'm just gonna put it in and then plug it back in. There you go. It feels a little tighter. Start it. It's on the seat. Hold on. So it is the speed connector. Go. Go. I don't know what's wrong with this. Turn it off. I guess I'm gonna have to remove this thing and see what's up with this connector. Something's wrong with that cable. I don't know what's wrong with the signal wire. Go. Again. Turn it off. I don't know if it's the starter or the signal wire, but something's having an issue right here. We can run another starter wire straight to the starter, but I wouldn't want to do that because too many cables going everywhere and stuff. See if I can figure this out real quick. Maybe, I don't know, switch out the spade connector or something. They put a wire straight from there to the relay over here. See if it turns on. Go. Nothing? There you go. Turn it off. Turn it on. How did you turn it on?
I just clicked it again and it turned off.
Something's wrong with this thing. I don't know what's going on. Try it again. Hold on, let me get the tester. So there is signal here. That means that there is signal down there. So I'm guessing it's the starter. Again. Possibly a bad starter. Go. Off. Again. I think the spade connector on the starter is bad. Go. Yeah, because you see it, as soon as I move this in there, I guess it got a better connection. Go. Yeah, but I mean, for now we're gonna drive it around with this cable. Whenever we have time, we're gonna pull out that pull off that starter and check out that spade connector. It's idling better though. One more time, turn it off and turn it on. But I mean, at least we got one thing figured out, the ignition switch, because that was making the starter get stuck, and now it's just the starter itself. We got that on Amazon, like I told you guys before. It was like a $15 part, and that's it for this video. It's a quick little ignition switch replacement. Make sure to check us out on Instagram. Oh, and also for this relay, for the starter relay stuff, you guys could look that up on Google. It helps with because the factory relays always give out on these trucks 86 and to 95, 84 and 85. I believe none of them have it, but 86 and newer do have it. So you guys should look into that before replacing anything else. Also test your leads to the starter, and that's how we figured out that ignition switch was getting stuck open. So yeah, follow us on Instagram at Yonke_OXC Films. That will be in the description down below, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.